Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Hello, everybody. I think I'm officially streaming live on YouTube again because I just streamed live, but apparently to myself. Been having a lot of problems with YouTube Live today, so thank you for bearing with me. If you are wondering why this broadcast is not in HD, it's because YouTube did not want to cooperate, as you likely saw me tweeting with my slight frustration on my Chris Pirillo account on Twitter. Thanks for following me there. So let me explain why this isn't really a true unboxing, because kind of already unboxed it. For the last 20 minutes, I've been talking to myself. This is the box, though, for the Lenovo Yoga 11S. Well, at least part of the box. And inside the box, there sat more cardboard and foam and the power cable. So you didn't really miss much, you know, with the unboxing. And yes, the instruction manual as well. Good stuff. Let me go ahead, give me a second to make sure you guys can see. You can this time! Thanks for your patience. I really appreciate it. And for liking and sharing the video if you happen to like it. I also appreciate the fact that Intel gave me a chance to do this. So thank you, Intel. Thank you, Lenovo, for your support. This is the very, do I want to call it lightweight Yoga 11S? Not to be confused with the Yoga 11. The primary difference being between the Yoga 11 and the Yoga 11S platform. The Yoga 11 is running on the NVIDIA Tegra 3 processor, that entire platform. The Yoga 11S is running on an Intel platform. Inside sits a Core i5, so it is very capable. And yes, why would you want the 11S over the 11? Well, if you want to run Windows RT, the Yoga 11 might suit you well. If you want to run Windows 8, and that is all the Windows apps that are out there, including legacy apps, you would want to have the Lenovo Yoga 11S. This is a lot of names and model numbers to keep in mind, so I'm doing my best. Now, I'm going to make it up to you if you guys had stayed tuned. I know some people did. Some people have stayed with me. Thank you. You guys have been waiting for this live stream for about an hour now, so I'm going to make it up to you by doing this, showing you the... You guys getting a preview here? No, I don't have two Lenovo Yoga 11S's. I have a Lenovo Yoga 11S and a Yoga 13. Because remember when I unboxed this thing for real on YouTube? I'm going to show you one on top of the other. And there is absolutely a difference. If not just by size, but also by weight. And you know, if you just saw it at a distance, I don't know if you'd be able to tell the difference between the Yoga 13 and the Yoga 11S, but I can tell you, holding on to one over the other, this is lighter and just as powerful. And I'm talking specifically about the Yoga 11S. And, you know, that doesn't mean that one's better than another. It just depends on what you want. If you want a bigger screen, you're probably going to want to go with the Yoga 13. But if you want just as much power and portability, if I were to go between the two, I'd probably go with the Yoga 11S. That's just me, you know. But then again, you know, the screen, there is a difference. Certainly, I don't want to take away from that, but I'm telling you, this thing feels so much more comfortable in one hand or in two. It's easier to operate with a single, you know, just a flip of the lid. And of course, it's just as flexible. Don't do this. What I'm doing right now, don't do that unless you know your notebook computer can handle it. And right here, you can see it's an Intel Core i5 inside an Ultrabook inspired by Intel, and it looks like it's Energy Star rated as well. Very nice. The other differences between that you might be able to notice between the 11S and the 13, again, Yogas, would be the keyboard, the way they accommodated the keys and spacing. But I wouldn't say that just in trying it, what I did that you couldn't see, and the battery's pretty much dead because it hasn't been charged since I opened it, so I can't really show you an initial impressions. It was just as comfortable to type on the Yoga 11S as it was the Yoga 13. So not much in the box to see. This is available right now. You can order it if you want, and Lenovo has more information, certainly on their Twitter feed. In fact, before I forget, Lenovo is a great example of a brand or a company or an entity that gets it. Because tomorrow, at least at the time of this live broadcast, Lenovo is going to be having a Twitter chat answering your questions. Because believe me, I can't cover everything in a video, and I don't know the product half as well as the Lenovo team does. So I'm very grateful to be able to get my hands on this thing to try it, certainly to compare it against the Yoga 13 that I had been using for quite some time. And I happen to be a fan of the color orange. I like earth tones, like green, brown, red curtains. So it fits right into my home office decor, but I believe it's also available in silver as well. Lenovo, I think, has done a good job taking what people loved about the Yoga 13 and pretty much shot a shrink ray at it, and they came up with the Yoga 11S. This is a very nice Ultrabook, lightweight. I would be very happy to reach for it over the Yoga 13. Because again, it's just as powerful and extremely portable. The only other difference is maybe very subtle in comparison between the two. I don't want to say it's the 11S, or I'm sorry, the Yoga 11S to be specific, is the little brother to the Yoga 13, because really they're almost like not identical twins, but Lenovo shot a shrink ray at the Yoga 13. I almost called it the Loga. There's a name for Lenovo. Go with the I don't know. And Yoga makes sense for the brand because it's very flexible. Again, do not try this at home unless the computer can actually handle it. And yes, it swings all the way around, just like the 13. Look, I've got a slate. Very nice. So thanks again to Intel and Lenovo for giving me this opportunity to do a hands-on with the Yoga 11S. I really like it. These types of computers are getting smaller and smaller, but you're not sacrificing power with the size anymore. And it used to not be that way. And so I'm very grateful to see the 11-inch, or I guess to be specific. Give me a second, because I have specs here somewhere. I've been troubleshooting different problems that I've had with various trying to get this live stream up and running, but I definitely had a more specific point to make in relation to the screen size. Give me a second. Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay, so it has an 11.6-inch display, to be specific. So it's almost close to a 12-inch display, as opposed to the 13, which I believe has a 13.3-inch display. Yes, a 13.3-inch display. But that kind of difference, I don't think is all that noticeable. Sorry, I guess color me a color me. You could color me. That'd be kind of fun. I mean, not like, cause I'm a fanboy. So doesn't that make, don't fanboys have to wear? No, I guess I don't have one. I don't know where I was going with that. So anyway, thanks for joining me in this live for the second time, but really the first time on YouTube, Lenovo Yoga 11-inch unboxing / hands-on, which is more of a hands-on than an unboxing. We'll see you later.